Hey you guys, Isaac Mullins with TSS Universal Incorporated again. Um, yeah, just want to do again web journal, shifting defibrillation. I've done this several times with several social groups, and incorporating different variables each time, handling scenarios each time differently. And I've noticed that despite a very solid baseline, people still react in a predetermined fashion, and it's very interesting to watch even after giving them the variables. I mean, people are just. I gotta say, you guys, it's coming down to where even taking people out of survival, it's going to be a long process of re-education, and I know that for a lot of people, and again, understand this. I'm noticing also words re-education can sound like a new world order thing, and I've had a lot of people be like, dude, you speak some really scary concepts because you sound a lot like, the communist, socialist, whatever, blah 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 order. And yeah, in a sense, that's exactly kind of, in a sense, what needs to happen for peace. Like, we need to have kind of centrally based governments kind of diminish, and the power to the people needs to happen, and obviously a redesign of the economic system as well. But I mean, I'm really handling this from a different approach, because none of the systems out there are talking about completely revamping and flipping 180. It's always to empower the few and subjugate the masses. And those are, we have a lot of people out there who speak a lot of different concepts, and more so than any, within our economy. Actually, I can say there's a lot of European countries that are very progressive as well, and their political system is set up to where, uh, you know, freedom of thought and freedom of speech, and freedom of even political expression is not subjugated like it is even by our own corporate media here in America. But I mean, aside from that, you guys, we are definitely walking down a path as a society here in America, that is destructive. And as a dad, I've been aware. This is the bottom line, and this is me kind of like letting out a little bit, because woosah, a lot's happening really fast. But lost my train of thought there. You know, Again, I could have gone down many paths these past few days, and I ended up deciding to stick with a clear head and react in a certain sense without emotion professionally. I made a standard, defibrillated a group, because I'm helping out even social groups that need help, and individuals want help, but they don't know how to accept it, and they don't know how to help themselves, and as a result, they suck off of me and what I'm trying to do. And it really sucks, because these are amazing people, each and every one of them in their own way, and yet there's some real tangible obstacles in their way, psychologically, emotionally, uh, verbally. I mean, how people interact with each other now, and the ripple effects, you guys, off of one instance. I've done this and watched it, and kind of worked social groups. And you guys, it sounds weird and crazy, but I literally even throw in little wrenches, and watch the ripple effects, and with different people, in fact. And I'm watching, and I'm watching, and I'm watching. And you guys, I'm learning, and I have to say I've lost patience. Um, I don't want to word it like that. It simply is a matter of, I've made a decision that I can no longer help individual cases like I would like to. And it sucks. And this is proof of how bad it has gotten, that in order to really help more than just one, two, or three, if you really want to make a substantial difference, you can't help one, two, or three, because people need so much from you. I have to create and recreate a system that does everything for people. And the reason I've had to sacrifice so much and work so hard, and have, oh, done so much for people who don't even care about themselves is that I've seen it work. I know it works, and I know that it just takes a whole lot, but it can be done. And as long as I've seen one, that's enough for me. And yeah, I've helped many. And those many have to help many, because those many have to help many, many more. You guys, I just went through my head, and you guys, if you could see, simultaneously, I can show you the world I'm building with this business network, and all the tangible solutions we're going to be able to create ourselves and to help you create yourselves. But oh God, it's incredible. I have to say, like, that was just an intense couple weeks. And now the shifts we made, the final defibrillations, like, it just very, very intense. And here we go. So I thank all of you who've supported this along the way. Um, I've learned what lessons I needed to. A lot of people thought I was crazy and that I was getting stuck. And, at times it may have felt like I was to myself, but I was just so determined, so stubborn to find that magic ingredient. And honestly, I think it's just action. After all this time, they don't want any more words. Words don't mean anything to anybody. It's action. So I will have to leave them behind because they can't keep up with the action. They can't keep up with the words, but I'll help them with action. And that's such a hard decision to make. And I wish all of you knew the level of the gravity behind every decision that I do make. It's truly intense because I care so much and I am loyal and I see so much in people that they don't see them in themselves. And this has become not only a blessing but a curse as well, because the filters are so wide and open, because I really give people every benefit of the doubt, and I'm really actively on my own trying to help them with each interaction, help them grow and learn some of these base concepts, and maybe have some of those ahas that I had in my life, because I used to be a heroin addict. I used to shoot up, and the process of getting off of heroin is not a pleasant process. And this is something I'm talking more and more openly about on video, because I mean, these are things that people shy away from, but are very real when it comes down to you fighting your own fears and doubts and creating what you're supposed to create in this world. I'm following my dream, I'm following my purpose, and this is what I will do when I am on my deathbed. I will be helping people, and I will be helping people help other people, because fact is, I decided a long time ago to be the guy who cleans up the bar, to be the one who helps pick up trash on the side of the road, to be the one who's out there helping others when they won't even help themselves, because it's the right thing to do. And if every one of us gave even a 25% of that effort towards each other, this society, this world would be a completely different place. And we've discussed this many times, but it just needs to be done. So that's where we're at now. No excuses, simply doing the right thing, and willing to pay whatever price to do so. Alright, you guys. Honestly, thanks for following. No doubt, no fear, live it. Have a good night.